No running. No running. Oop.
Come on.
Hey, how's that nap schedule coming along?
Oh boy. You guys ever thought about bird control?
Well, Grandma, what did you think of the Angry Birds movie, which I think has the distinction of being the first feature film ever based on a phone app? It's based on the famous little game you play on your phone, where
the Angry Birds.
It's the Angry Birds versus the pigs, and that may be really all anybody needs to know about this movie in terms
that summarizes the plot.
In terms of
it?
the setup. That's sort of what it is all about. The Angry Birds versus the pigs. And it's an animated film. And what'd you think?
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought it was the silliest thing that we have ever seen. And that's saying a lot. And I know nothing about the game other than the title. You know, I had heard of this video game, you know, the Angry Birds. I knew about that. But it was non-stop action. The birds against the little pigs. The voices were very good. The actors that they hired to do the voices, I thought they did a good job. I soon learned the different characters. There was Red, the Angry Bird, and his buddies, who became his buddies kind of default in the plot. And the story was, you know, how teamwork works, you know, how family works, how sticking together against a common enemy is a good thing to do.
Mm.
The animation was pretty good, don't you think? I mean, it was interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean,
yeah.
it was very very similar to the game style.
It is, okay.
But it was, you know, computer animation, three-dimensional looking, you know, the style was very much like the game.
Well, they did use their slingshot so that they could get from place to place fast. Otherwise, our little birds just scooted around on the ground, you know, on their feet. And
yeah, again, that's for those who don't know the game. Again, the basics of it is that the birds get thrown at the pigs with a big slingshot, sort of, and that's sort of how you get your points, etc.
Is that the way it is? Okay.
Sorta.
So if you know the game, the slingshot is not a new thing, new idea. Okay. Well, it was an enjoyable afternoon at the movies. Definitely a popcorn movie. You can just sit back and relax and be entertained with this silly story, and it was silly, but important, you know, to the parties involved. The pigs, you understood their side of the story, and of course our heroes, the birds, led by Red. He marshaled his forces and he got them all angry like he was. Angry in defense of the birds in their home. And got them, you know, so that they would band together and work against our enemies, the pigs.
Mm.
But I enjoyed going to the movie, as silly as it was. What do you think?
Well, I think silly is a good word for it. It is very silly. The humor is very silly. The humor doesn't, you know, it doesn't work all the time because again, it's just very silly humor. Another word I'd use for it is cute. They try to very much.
Oh yes, all the birds were cute, and the little baby birds were double cute. I mean, how could you not like these little fluffy
So
you know,
again, they
birds.
hit you with the cuteness quite a bit,
Quite
and
a bit.
there's a lot of cuteness. The thing I would point out is that I thought it was also fascinating to a certain degree, and that I was really wondering how in the world can they create a film and a story out of an app, a game app. You know, it's
You were
very
curious as to what kind of story
well.
they could come up with.
It's a very simple.
Very simple.
It's a very simple game, and again, this is a very simple story. It's a very simple movie. It's not terribly complicated. They spend a good portion of the beginning of the movie setting up the characters, setting up the places. You know, the bird island and the piggy ville or whatever, its island, and again all the characters. So they set it all up. Okay, but then comes time to play the game, you might say, and again the birds have to attack the piggy village. How were they going to create sort of a logic and a reason for this, and how they were going to do it? Again,
Has
they
to
were
be something that you could understand and accept.
Yeah, I mean they were going to use the slingshot. Okay.
Yes.
And then again, what were they going to do when they got shot over there? And again, all of that sort of stuff. I thought was sort of fascinating on a certain level. I mean, if you know anything about the game at all, you really sort of wonder, well, how are they going to do this? What are they going to make out of this?
Well, each bird had his or her particular talent,
Mm-hmm.
and that came to bear.
And that's true in the game too. Again, it's interesting to see them develop the world and the characters and everything for the first time. Again, I thought that was sort of interesting. I mean, I guess I would recommend it. It's sort of interesting, sort of fun, but it's not great. It's not, I mean, hopefully the next one will be better. The next one will be funnier. The jokes could have been funnier. There's a little overdose on the cuteness factor and the silliness factor for the humor, which again, for the little kids, they probably like all that stuff. Again, for the adults, it's
you
not,
can tolerate.
well, you
can
tolerate it, but it's not as funny as it could be, perhaps.
Well, and the pigs may come up with another plot.
Well, yeah.
Another plan.
You would imagine
another
so.
plan. They haven't given up, so that might lead to Angry Birds Part 2.
Yeah.
Yes, it might.
So what would your report card on the Angry Birds be, Grandma?
I would recommend that you go see it if you are interested in just sitting back and enjoying good animation, good sound, good voice acting, and a good animated, silly movie. Yes.
Silly it is.
Yes, it is definitely silly. Yeah.
Okay, I'd say so too.
Okay.
Okay. How many thumbs you're getting of it?
I don't know. Do I have to do thumbs with a silly movie like that?
Oh, okay, you don't have to. I guess not.
I can't do thumbs like I do with a serious movie, or more serious movie anyway. But I would recommend that you go to see it, just for fun.
Okay.
Just for a fun movie.
It's fun.
It's fun.